Hello there and welcome back to Elamba Television. My name is Angel Lidi. Like we always say, we'll bring you news, information, trend and gist and whatever that is going around on social media in the country Nigeria and of course outside the nation. And today we've got this interesting gist that just dropped about the Kano state government warning media houses against Black Friday. Well, we might want to look at the history of Black Friday and then we'll dive into the details of that warning. So off we go. Black Friday, actually, the following day, Thanksgiving, commonly referred to as Black Friday, has become one of the busiest shopping days of the year in the United States. National chain stores traditionally offer limited money-saving specials on a wide variety of goods in an effort to lure shoppers into stores while offering similar deals online. It is believed by many that the term Black Friday derives from the concept that businesses operate at a financial loss or are in the red until the day after Thanksgiving, when massive sales finally allow them to return a profit or put them in the black. However, this is untrue. So what's true then? Let's look at the truth now. A more accurate explanation of the term dates back to the early 1960s when police officers in Philadelphia began using the phrase Black Friday to describe the chaos that resulted when large numbers of suburban tourists came into the city to begin their holiday shopping and in some years attend Saturday's annual Army-Navy football game. The huge crowds created a headache for the police, who worked longer shifts than usual as they dealt with traffic jams, accidents, shoplifting, and other issues. For a few years, the term Black Friday had taken root in Philadelphia. City merchants attempted to put a prettier face on the day by calling it Big Friday. Okay, let's look at another history on Black Friday and why it is termed Black Friday. Okay, so go for that, and we see this one that historically Black Friday has yet another connotation, one unrelated to shopping. In 1869, Wall Street financiers Jay Gould and Jim Fisk attempted to corner the nation's gold market at the New York Gold Exchange by buying as much of the precious metal as they could, with the intent of sending prices skyrocketing. On Friday, September 24th, intervention by President Ulysses S. Grant caused their plan to fall apart. The stock market instantly plummeted, sending thousands of Americans into bankruptcy. Okay, so that's yet another story or history concerning Black Friday. Now let's look at the warning from the Kano state government on Black Friday. On the story from the Kano state government, we have here Kano state government bans saying Black Friday. What's the reason? The Kano state government, through its task force charged with enforcing Sharia law, has barred the use of the term Black Friday. Hisban has now written a letter to the management of a radio station in the state, asking it to immediately stop using the term because Friday is regarded as a holy day in Islam, and tagging it as black is derogatory and would not be condoned. Black Friday is an informal name for the Friday following Thanksgiving Day in the United States, which is celebrated on the Thursday of November. The term is used worldwide to mean a day for promotional sales, discounts, goods, and sold at affordable prices to the people. Now, let's look at the letter that the government sent out to the media house concerning the Black Friday and why they shouldn't use that term anymore. So here we have the letter. If you can see this, we have Kano State Hisbat Board, number 42, Sharada, GRA Kano. Okay, and this is dated 27th day of November 2020. Letter of notification. This is from the manager for the manager or to the manager Cool FM Farm Center Kano. And the letter of notification, I am directed to write and notify you that the office is in receipt of complaints for the conduct of Black Friday sales on 27th November 2020 instant. Accordingly, we wish to express our concern on the tagging of the Friday as Black and further inform you that the majority of the inhabitants of Kano State are Muslims that consider Friday as holiday. In view of the foregoing, you are requested to stop the calling the day as Black Friday with immediate effect and note that his backhaul will be around for surveillance purposes with a view to avoiding occurrence of any immoral activities as well as maintaining peace, harmony, and stability in the state. Best regards. Signed by Abubakar Mohammed Ali, Principal Executive Officer to Full Commander General. And that's the letter asking the media house to stop using the term Black Friday. Okay, so away from the Black Friday gist, we move over to some other stories that we've got for you. Well, you know that we told you in a previous broadcast that our former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, has been indicted, and people have there are reactions from different quarters. People saying, what is he going to say? What is he going to do? What's his response? Is he going to let this fly just like that? What's coming on? You know, a lot of talks about this one topic. Now we've got details, some more, like I told you, that will bring you details as it unfolds on that story. So today we have yet another story on that, and let's look at it. Additional defense Gowon not got bashed by Nigerians. Yes, he did drop an article saying he is not corrupt, he is not as they say he is, and Nigerians came for him. Let's look at the details of the story right here. The president of the African Development Bank, AFDB, Mr. Akinwumi A. Adesina, has risen in defense of former head of state of Nigeria, General Yakubu Gowon, following allegation by a British parliamentarian that he stole half of the Central Bank of Nigeria and ran away to their country. Mr. Adesina, however, got bashed by Nigerians over the unsolicited defense. Taking to his Twitter handle at Akin_Adesina on Thursday, Adesina is narrated Gowon of any wrongdoing, saying he is a man of great honor, decency, honesty, and integrity. He also noted that his honesty and integrity are impeccable, he tweeted. Be careful of misinformation. His Excellency General Yakubu Gowon, Nigeria's former head of state, is a man of great honor, decency, honesty, amazing simplicity, humility, and integrity. I know him, a great and admirable elder statesman of Nigeria. His honesty and integrity are impeccable. Now, we've got a response of Nigerians following that tweet. Nigerians, however, lashed out at the former Minister of Agriculture in Nigeria, bashing him for what is perceived as unsolicited defense. Here are the tweets below. The response from Nigerians, this one is from Tech Pro at KC Niger. This is how you want to stain your white. A man of honor that was responsible for the death of over 3 million souls. I am really disappointed that all of you are the same. I thought you were a man of honor. He sighs. He looted half of CBN. Seems the accusation by the US is true. Oh, remind me, was it US that did accuse him or the UK? Well, there are versions of story, right? Here we've got the US, but hey, it's UK. All right, so let's move on to the next. Harun El-Binawi at El-Binawi, shameless. Who asks you? Stop defending the extremely wicked and corrupt Nigerian ruling elites. These notorious treasury looters are worse than Boko Haram terrorists. These are wicked economic terrorists. That's deep. All right, we'll go to the next. I wish you hadn't made this tweet. The general has enough resources to publicly refute the allegation and even sue the MP if he's been accused falsely. It's going to 72 hours and not a word from him. This tweet shouldn't come from you, sir. And over to the next one. This from Jackson Uday. This one says, please allow Gowon to defend himself. He is alive and can simply take a flight to England and sue the MP. Face your job in ADB and don't get yoked in a controversial matter that can't taint you. Thanks. Okay, and Okpanachi Peters Ogbaje, I waited tirelessly to see what you would say about all that happened with the hashtag NSAS peaceful protest and hashtag Lekki Massacre 2020, hashtag Anglophone crisis as the president of African Development Bank, but I couldn't see any until now. And then you put out this, it's heartbreaking. And we also know that Nigeria has one activist, a female activist that's not recognized globally, and she's Aisha Yesufu. And she also did lend her voice to this tweet. What's her own opinion? Let's read it. It's true to character. Good people are paying attention. Very short and brief. Well, that's the response from Nigerians on this. We still have more, and here we have for someone who didn't say anything about hashtag Lekki Massacre. Why should I take you seriously? This same Gowon killed over 3 million people, and you use those words for him. Wow. I am from Delta State, and 700 innocent men were slaughtered in one day in Asaba. This is wickedness. And the Magog says, what has Gowon got on some young ones like Adeshina and Kingsley Mahalu that they defend him? And furthermore, history was expunged from our school curriculum to cover up many fiscal and humanitarian atrocities. Please, I need an answer. Why was Gowon overthrown, and why did he go on exile? Last time I checked, clear conscience fears no accusation. Let him defend himself. And there are still more responses. Too much eulogy from someone who killed 3 million people in one of the most bloody genocide of the 19th century in sub-Saharan Africa. So far to defend the indefensible, but never made any positive comment while government was massaging the youth who believed so much in you. Politicians and top bureaucrats. Okay, I think that's Yoruba there. If Gowon didn't do it, he would have sued his accuser to clear his name. Have he done that? No. Yeah, I remembered vividly how he killed thousands of Southeast in an avoidable war, and I remembered how he also stopped the supply of food for the poor families in the region. Such a great man, wicked and evil man, used by the British. And we go some more. There are a lot of response from people concerning this one story. Be careful of misinformation. Lawrence Anini, Nigeria's former head of state, is a man of great honor, decency, honesty, amazing simplicity, humility, and integrity. I know him, a great leader, admirable statesman of Nigeria. His honesty and integrity is impeccable. Okay? This is yet another one. His foundation was recently indicted in the global malaria haze in history. $22 million in grants in fund disbursement with 35 different companies and 4 individuals. This report was published 31st October 2011. Akin, stop dry cleaning a bloody war criminal and a genocidal maniac. Clown face. And then we go to the next one. I would say it's better to let the man speak for himself first. I also have doubts about the claims by the MP. But it's quite a stretch to assert that Gowon's honesty and integrity is impeccable. There is no former Nigerian head of state that can be so described. And finally, this is from King Pedro at Ped54 Real. I just woke up to this tweet by our so-called future leader of Nigeria, and it just dawned on me that there is no hope in sight for Niger. The urge to defend corruption openly is really baffling and demoralizing. At the same time, Gowon is still very much alive. Let him speak for himself. So that's Nigerians' reaction concerning that defensive tweet from Additional. Let's go over to the next story that we've got for you today. So on our news site, we have these stories here. DSS operatives arrest 2 suspected bandits and suppliers in Katsina. And breaking group declares Ohanes Ndigbo illegal, moves to dissolve it. Court grants Ndume bail or orders his release from prison. On Maina, court grants bail to Ndume and the magistrate court sentenced rep member to prison. And reports we have us on our special report section. Taiwo officer representing army at Lagos Judicial Panel promoted to Major General. What could have brought about his promotion? Well, we do not know, but we will find out together in a moment. Stay right here. Okay, still on the Gowon matter, we have this story that shows documents indicted Gowon is being indicted about the malaria grant fund and corruption as head of state. Let's get the details of the story right here. Alamban News has obtained documents showing that General Yakubu Gowon retired. Through his foundation, the Yakubu Gowon Center for National Unity and International Cooperation, normally referred to as YGC, was indicted in malaria grant fund, as well as running a very corrupt regime as the head of state. In a report published on 31st October 2011, Gowon's foundation was recently indicted in the global malaria heist in history. Investigation revealed that the YCG diverted nearly $22 million in grant fund disbursement with 35 different companies and 4 individuals. And we have the document right here. I'm going to share the screen for you to see the document that we've got right here. Okay, just a moment, and you'll see for yourself. They are pretty small. The writing, the print is pretty small. It was a scanned document, but let's see how it goes. So here we see the Global Fund, board chair cover notes, audits, and investigation reports issued by the Global Fund's Office of the Inspector General on the 1st of November 2011. Today, the Global Fund has released 8 audit reports, 3 investigations reports, and 1 review of Global Fund system by its Office of the Inspector General. The Inspector General regularly conducts audits and investigations. The audits are part of the Global Fund's regular and routine efforts to ensure that grant money is used as efficiently as possible. The investigation have arisen out of suspected wrongdoing found during audits. This prints are pretty small, but let's see. The reports are audit reports: Dominican Republic, Sri Lanka, Nigeria, Switzerland, and 4 reports relating to the work of Population Service International, South Sudan, Madagascar. Okay, that's not for us. And we have the country-specific reports cover grants from different global funds financing rounds and have implementation start dates commencing at various times since early 2004. And we have the executive summary right here. So you can visit Alamba's site for you to get to read this yourself. You can see here the report presents the result of an investigation by investigations unit of the Office of the Inspector General, OIG, for the Global Fund to fight AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria, the Global Fund, of the Yakubu Gowon Center for National Unity and International Cooperation, thereafter YGC, a principal recipients (PR) of Global Fund grant funds in Nigeria. The investigation focused upon, in particular, YGC's practice of conducting foreign currency exchange transactions between 2005 and 2009 on Nigeria's parallel currency market in order to exchange Global Fund grant funds delivered to them in the US dollars for Nigerian naira. The OIG investigation found that between 2005 and 2009, YGC conducted at least 61 of these currency exchange transactions, exchanging approximately 22 million US dollars in grant fund disbursement with 35 different companies and 4 individuals. These transactions went undetected and uninterrupted until the OIG audit unit discovered them during the course of the audit of the Global Fund grants to Nigeria in 2010. The audit unit has prepared a separate report detailing separate analysis. Although the reports are being released simultaneously, they address separate issues and separate loss amounts. This you can read for yourself at www.elumba.com. That's our news site, so you visit our news site to get the news on that. We have the documents there for you to go through. All right? And from there, we move to the next story. And this one is Nigeria may lose $493 million paid to procure fighter jets, Senate. Let's look at the story. The Senate Committee on Air Force has said Nigeria is at risk of forfeiting $493 million paid to the United States for the purchase of Super Tucano fighter planes over a bad runway. The federal government had said $493 million in 2018 to the United States to tackle security challenges facing the country. But the vice chairman of the Senate Committee on Air Force, Senator Mike Amanachi, raised the alarm while presenting budget reports of the Air Force before the Senate Committee on Appropriation. He informed the lawmakers that when the Americans came to inspect the Kanji runway, they complained that the Kanji runway does not have the capacity to carry the aircraft. He therefore said there is need to make provision for additional 9 billion naira that will take care of the runway and aircraft, or else Nigeria will lose the money and the aircraft. He said it is a very serious issue. They are running around. They have gone to finance minister. They have gone to CBN. They have gone to Senate president. The money needed is not part of the main budget. Nigeria has already paid $493 million for the aircraft, and the officials of American company who came to Nigeria last week said that the Kanji runway is not capable to carry that fighter jets, that Nigeria will forfeit the aircrafts. They mentioned that about 3 countries which have been affected with that. Responding to the reports, the chairman Senate Committee on Appropriations, Senator Jubril Barao, said the committee will look inward to make funds available to address the issue in the 2021 budget. And now we have another story on hashtag #EndSARS PDP hails sanction by UK Parliament. Let's get the details of the story. The People's Democratic Party PDP applauds the resolution by the British Parliament to impose travel restrictions and visa ban to officials of the President Muhammadu Buhari-led All Progressive Congress (APC) administration involved in the violation of human rights, including the shooting and killing of unarmed and peaceful demonstrators in our country. The PDP, however, urges the United Nations and other international bodies to immediately list indicted officials of President Muhammadu Buhari's government for the widespread crime against humanity going on in our country in the last 5 years. Our party also urges the British government to extend the proposed sanctions to include the freezing of assets and funds belonging to such officials and their families in the United Kingdom. We also call on other countries, including United States, France, the United Arab Emirates, South Africa, among others, to impose similar sanctions against indicted officials of the Buhari administration for human rights violations and crime against humanity. Such sanctions should also be imposed on officials indicted for undermining our democracy and electoral system. The international community must call out President Buhari as the buck stops on his table as the commander-in-chief under whose watch human rights violations, including arbitrary arrests and detention in dehumanizing facilities, widespread extrajudicial killings, sudden disappearances of dissenting voices, disregard to rule of law, disobedience to court orders, and foisting of siege mentality on the citizenry have become the order of the day. Indeed, the manifest used to brute force, including the deployment of the military with live ammunition, in addition to recruiting of armed thugs to attack and kill innocent Nigerian youths who were in peaceful demonstration against widespread police brutality and other systemic injustices, underscores the horrible situation in Nigeria under President Buhari as detailed in earlier reports by Amnesty International and U.S. Department of State among other international bodies. It is not frightening that the Buhari presidency has failed to come clean on who ordered the deployment of troops to Lekki toll gate in Lagos, where unarmed demonstrators were shot and killed even while waving our national flag and singing our nation's anthem. It is not equally frightening that government has also failed to explain how armed thugs were seen being brought in security vans to unleash violence on demonstrators in Abuja and other parts of the country. Rather than providing answers to these troubling questions, the federal government is desperate to gag Nigerians, muscle the press, shut down the social media, and even threatening the international media, including CNN, for carrying out an investigative report on the Lekki killing. While its officials continue to make contradicting claims on the matter. Moreover, the administration had turned a deaf ear to the demand for an independent National Truth Commission on the killings. Such stance only points to desperation for a huge cover-up in the face of demand for answers by Nigerians and the international community. Our party therefore urges the international community not to relent in standing for the Nigerian people at this critical time in our national history, particularly in ensuring respect to the rights of citizens and the sanction of our electoral system. Signed, Kola Ologbadiyan, National Publicity Secretary. Okay, so we move to the next story. IPOB abolishes position of deputy leader as tension escalates in rogue movement. Let's read the details of that story. The bitter war which erupted in the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB months ago has taken a different dimension after the Zoom meeting there with a former deputy leader Uche Mefo had with some selected audience. Recall that Elomba News had reported about the present implosion which had ripped the rogue movement into pieces, causing a lot of eggheads in the organization to resign. The former deputy leader of IPOB, Uche Mefo, recounted how he was humiliated and stopped from accessing the Radio Biafra London by the powers that be. He accused the leader of the outlawed organization, Nnamdi Kano, of bastardizing the principles of command and control and fraternizing with the same politicians he vowed never to associate with. He laid multiple allegations against the fugitive leader of IPOB, which also culminated to the establishment of Biafra Human Rights Radio and his resignation from the organization. Moreover, since the case has gotten to a stage of dog eats dog, the Directorate of State, DOS, has responded to Mefo's allegation. In a press statement by IPOB DOS, which is the highest decision-making body of the outlawed organization, Mefo was accused of insubordination, exercise of unilateral power, and endangering the lives of other Biafrans in London who are asylum seekers. However, after enumerating some of the sins of Uche Mefo, the deputy leader position in the movement was automatically abolished. Below is a full text of the press statement. Let's share the screen with you and see if you can take a glance at what we have right here. It might be pretty tiny, but let's see. This is the indigenous people of Biafra family worldwide. Okay, so you can visit the site and download this document for yourself so you can get details of the story right there. Okay, so we move from that story over to the next. The hashtag EndSARS protest and its aftermath has brought a lot of ruckus in different quarters, and of course the panel is ongoing, and the Nigerian army is being represented by Taiwo at the Lagos Judicial Panel. Well, report has it that Taiwo, the officer representing the army, has just been promoted to Major General. What's the secret? We wouldn't know, but let's see what we have right here. The officer representing the Nigerian army at the panel the Lagos state government set up to probe the Lekki shooting, Ibrahim Taiwo, has been promoted from Brigadier General to a Major General. Soldiers had on October 20th forcefully dispatched hashtag EndSARS protesters at the Lekki toll gate, and this led to an outcry. Following the protest to end police brutality, the Lagos state government set up the panel to look into allegations of rights abuses by the Police Special Anti-Robbery Squad, bracket SARS. But the shooting of protesters at Lekki has been on the forefront at the panel, and Taiwo, commander of the Army 81 Division Intelligence Brigade, has been the one making a defense for the soldiers' action. According to the cable, Taiwo was elevated to the rank of a Major General after the military board approved the promotion of senior officers. There have been contradictions in the Army's submissions at the panel over the Lekki shootings. At first, the Army denied deploying soldiers to the protest ground. It later said soldiers were sent there on the invitation of Babajide Sanwo-Olu, governor of Lagos State. Could that be? Could the representation be the reason for his promotion? Well, we wouldn't know. A story break on that, we'll bring it to you. We move on to the next story we've got for you today. And this is Magistrate Court sentences Rep member to prison. Why? Let's see together. A magistrate court in Wuse Zone 6 has sentenced a member of the House of Representatives, Victor Mela, to 1 month imprisonment. The lawmaker who represents Biliri Balanga Federal Constituency was, however, given an optional fine. The magistrate court found the lawmaker guilty of lying under oath while filling the CD 001 INEC form prior to the 2019 election. The sentencing of the lawmaker after his lawyer pleaded for leniency. Mr. Mela swore to an affidavit thrice, denying citizenship of another country, whereas he has a British passport. His conviction follows his persecution by the police in Abuja. The lawmaker had, after the November 10th judgment by the magistrate court, vowed to appeal the decision. Through his verified Twitter handle, the lawmaker said, "I would like to call on our friends, supporters, and our sympathizers to remain calm, as well as rest assured that I will challenge today's perverse decision at the appellate court immediately. It cannot be confirmed Friday if Mr. Mela has appealed the judgment." And to the next story, Federal High Court in Abuja on Friday granted bail to the Borno South Senator Ali Ndume, who has been detained in prison since Monday over his shortyship for Abdulrasheed Meina, believed to have jumped bail. Justice Okon Aban, in a ruling on Friday, said he chose to grant the senator bail based on his record of good behavior before the court, notwithstanding that the other grounds of his bail application failed. The judge granted bail to the senator pending the hearing and determination of Ndume's appeal filed at the Court of Appeal to challenge Monday's order sending him to jail for his inability to produce the fleeing Meina. He ordered the senator to produce one surety who must be a resident of Abuja and present evidence of ownership of property anywhere in Abuja. According to the judge, the surety must also depose to an affidavit of means to indicate his readiness to forfeit the bail guarantee should the senator jump bail. The judge also ordered the senator to deposit his passport with the chief registrar of the court. And that's it. And him will go to the next story, which is Group declares Ohanaeze Ndigbo illegal, moves to dissolve it. Another aggrieved faction of Ohanaeze social cultural organization operating under the guise of Ohanaeze Ndigbo General Assembly Worldwide has declared Igbo umbrella organization Ohanaeze Ndigbo illegal and has commenced move to disband it. The group has already written to various security agencies, the Attorney General of the Federation, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Inspector General of Police, and Chairman of Southeast Governors Forum, Engineer Dave Umahi, the Governor of Ebonyi State, demanding the winding up of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, whose outgoing President General is Chief John Nwodo. The letter to Governor Umahi, a copy of which was seen by Elumbat News, was written on behalf of the new group by its solicitors, the Abuja-based Amobi Nzelu and Co., dated 26 November 2020. The letter was signed by Amobi Nzelu Esquire. The letter reads, "Dear Sir, a call to disband, investigate, probe, and prosecute Chief Nya Nwodo-led illegal Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Stop all activities of the group, including the purported upcoming elections scheduled for December 2020/January 2021. We act for and on behalf of Ohanaeze Ndigbo General Assembly Worldwide, on which instruction and site writes this letter to you. Kindly, sir, find attached as annexures A to F letters of various security agencies of the government of Nigeria, the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, the Secretary General of the Federation, the Inspector General of Police regarding the status of Ohanaeze Ndigbo led by Chief John Nwodo. The purported letter is to inform you, sir, that the said organization is an illegal association having not been registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and to also let you know that any transaction with them stands on the pedestal of illegality. Furthermore, registration of association is sine qua non for valid representation because it aggregates its members under one umbrella. All correspondence in respect of this matter shall be channeled through our office here in Abuja or reach our principal partners, Amobi Nzelu Esquire, on the telephone numbers at the bottom of this letter, headed paper for his personal private telephone numbers." And that's that story. We'll move to the next, which happens to be on DSS operatives arrest 2 suspected bandits and suppliers in Katsina State. The Katsina State Commander of the Department of Security Services, DSS, has arrested one Usman Shehu and Aisha Abakar. The 2 suspects were intercepted at Abukar village conveying 14 AK-47 rifles, 61 9.6mm ammo, and 399 7.6mm special ammo. The suspects at the time of filing this report are undergoing thorough investigations which may uncover more revelations on their activities. Although some unconfirmed reports say that the duo were being hired by bandits to convey the arms to their base in the state. However, Katsina State has become a safe haven for banditry. Hundreds have been killed and displaced from their homes, despite assurance given by Buhari's administration to flush out the criminal elements from the northwest region for their activities have continued. Many citizens have abandoned their homes for the fear of being killed as the Nigerian army engages the unscrupulous elements in a gun duel in order to obliterate them from the zone. And finally, we have okay, we took the story already. IPOB abolishes position of deputy leader as tension escalates in rogue movement. And this is all we've got for you today on Alumba Television. And do follow our Instagram handle, like our Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get all of this information. And yes, we have a site that you can visit to read up this news and more for yourself. It is www.ilumba.com. We have a special report section, we have a politics section, analysis, and all of that. So visit the site for some interesting read. Until we come your way again, my name is Angel Liddy. Stay safe and bye now.